guess. I mean, when you're growing up in the Bronx, you really don't realize what's really going on. You know, when you're a kid, you just outside just playing. You don't really watch the news, or you think you know, some of the things you're doing is okay. But then as you get older, you realize, like, you know, what was really going on, what was really around you. So that's kind of like how it was for me, just growing up playing in the parks, you know, being outside and stuff like that. You know, you don't really understand, you know, when your parents say no, you can't go somewhere, why? But then as you get older, it's like, oh, that's why you didn't want me to go. So that's kind of like what it was for me. I started when I was 7 years old. And really just my pops played, not like professional or nothing like that, but my pops played street ball. My pops played a little bit in junior college. So that's kind of like what that was. And like my family, you know, we got athletes in my family that play sports, not just basketball. So I guess that's how it came, just being from New York. You know, all your friends play basketball and stuff like that. So I guess that's how it came about. Sometimes it depends. That was just during those times. It was just real, like, just my mindset was just trying to make it out. You know, like just trying to make it out, trying to get to a higher level and just try to get to the next level. You know, that was kind of like my mindset, being at State Fair and being at Tennessee, just trying to get to the next level. And that was it. But yeah, I had some good times at those two different places for sure. Nothing. I ain't know nothing about it. Everything for me was just NBA. I didn't have no passport. I signed my first pro contract without a passport. Yeah, so I didn't know anything. I didn't watch European basketball. I didn't know EuroLiga. Nothing, bro. So when I first kind of got introduced to it, everything was new for me. Everything was new. So and I had to kind of just learn on the fly from that point there. So my main focus getting back to the States, especially like leaving Tennessee and breaking my foot and understanding that I was supposed to get drafted and I had a high chance of getting drafted and I didn't because I broke my foot. So like my mentality coming to Europe was the NBA. It wasn't to stay in Europe. It was like, I got to get back there just because I know how close I was to being to the NBA. Then I got injured and blah, blah, blah. So my mentality was play this first year and then try to go to the NBA and figure it out. So yeah, I had a couple opportunities. I just started, as you grow in this business, as you start to figure it out more, you start to understand that it's not just basketball, it's other things. So once you start to realize it and once you start to see things don't make sense, then, you know, it can alter, you know, sometimes your vision or your goals. And it just opened my eyes to really see like what the business of basketball really is. I think the first time I played against Barca, I was in Red Star. I think that was the first time I played it. Nothing really, bro. Honestly, nothing for real. Nothing. I think I remember being at Red Star, we almost beat them here because they had Malcolm Delaney, which is my close friend. I know Alex was here. I can't remember who else was here. But I remember that team specifically because I remember Malcolm. Yeah, I speak to him all the time. I spoke to him a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I speak to Malcolm all the time. Yeah, all the time. I mean, for me, obviously, we all know what had happened the previous summer and stuff like that. But just to fast forward, you know, the opportunity came up again, and for me, I was just glad the opportunity was, you know, it came up again, and I signed for real the second time. So that was it. It's very chill. It's very chill here in Barcelona. It's cool. I like it. It's not bad. You can kind of move through the city. Nobody, you know, knows you. I mean, some people recognize me though. I took a picture yesterday, so which, you know, it's cool. But it's not many times. You know, there's so many, you know, tourists and different people here. So I could kind of fly under the radar, which is cool. I like it like that. So that's it. Yeah, it is. I mean, ever since I was, from what I could remember, like, I love this game, you know? So, yeah, always trying to be prepared, always trying to, you know, when you gotta work for everything in your life, then a lot of people will understand why I do some of the things that I do. So a lot of people may not understand, they just think whatever they think, but like, if you had to get to this point in your life, then you'll see why I do certain things. So that's it. It's not easy. It's not easy. I definitely got a different respect for teams that do this, but it's definitely not easy. Just because the competition at ACB is so competitive from top to bottom, there's no breaks. Even if you try to have a break, you end up losing. You know, it's no breaks. So you got to be mentally and physically at a high level all the time. So which I think can help you, and also it can not hurt, but it's tough, you know. So you just gotta know how to juggle both, and just never in my career. I've never been on a team where everyone was kind of went through something. This was like the first time with everybody. Yeah, I think the first time, really. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, a lot of these things are out of human nature control, you know? So it's like, you can make an excuse, you make this, you make that, but it's just like these are the cards we dealt with. So we gotta try to make the best of it, and that's it, you know? But it's out of humans' control, so that's how I look at it. Yeah, I mean, we gave everything. Like I said, I think before in the year, we still was able to finish 5th, you know, with everybody doubting us and everybody saying our injuries and playing game this, playing game that. We still came so close to even getting home court, you know, but we still finished 5th, and just, you know, we went down fighting as best as possible. So yeah, that's my dog, man. I love Joey, man. I love Joey. Yeah, me and Joey always go out to dinner a lot. Yeah, it's good to have teammates excited for you to come back. That just, you know, for me, that just shows, like, you know, I just want to continue to be, you know, a good person. Like, all right, cool, basketball is great, but just what kind of person are you, you know? Like, we all know great basketball players, but they may be assholes or not good people. So I really pride myself on just being a good person, being a cool person, and just being myself. So I'm glad Joey's happy that I'm coming back, that I'll be here for the next 3 years. Nah, for sure. Like, he's easy. Sometimes I want him to be more like, what you want to do, you know? But I love Dario, man. Like, I love Dario. That's my dog, and I'm riding with him no matter what. So good or bad, good game, I'm with you. Bad game, I'm with you no matter what. So I love Dario. Hopefully he'll be here longer with me. But yeah, it's cool. It's a good mix, you know. I think I fall maybe right in between. I don't know, but I got my moments where I don't want to talk, and I'm kind of and I got my moments where, you know, like, I'm more outgoing. But yeah, I feel like it's a good balance. It's a good balance. I feel like it's a good balance, yeah. I went to my first Final Four with Messina. That was my first ever, I guess if you want to say, okay, I don't want to say that, but I was my first Final Four with Messina, so that was a moment in a memory, even still to this day, because we still have a great relationship. I still speak to him to this day and stuff like that. So that was a great memory we had, and then playing for Jacob Bradovich for 3 years, we still have a great relationship to this day. I was his captain for 2 years of the 3. So, but yeah, I've learned a lot from both of those coaches. Just never giving up, man. Just good, bad, just keep going, keep rolling with the punches, no matter what. That's it. I mean, that's the most you could do in a situation in which we was in this season. So just keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, it was an up and down year for us. I think we're 5th right now, trying to get 4th. But I mean, we got a shot. It's gonna be tough though, because, you know, we got some tough opponents. Well, we got a tough opponent first round if we match up against Malaga. So it's not gonna be easy, but I mean, nothing be easy all season for us. So it is what it is at this point. You know, just gotta deal with it and just you know, go out there and do the best you can do and go out there to win. A little bit. Not. This was the first year I actually started to pay attention more to football.
You never knew it.
Nah, man, I'm really from New York. We don't watch football. We don't, none of that stuff. Even with me playing in Europe for 9 years, this is the first time I really like I'm tuning in more and like I'm understanding it more. So like, but I didn't follow the entire year, but like I said, being here, I've watched more and I've paid attention a little more than usual. Most definitely. That's one of the things that I care about. Like just leaving a legacy behind you. Just because how I got here, where I come from, it's a lot more other players and kids that's more so gonna be in the position that I was in than going to the NBA. That's just the reality of what it is. So if I can teach or show younger players, kids, the ropes to how to be successful in Europe or stick with it and don't quit, then for sure. I mean, I do it now. I talk to a lot of different type of players across wherever, whether they're the NBA coming over here or here trying to figure it out, trying to make a jump. So I talk to a lot of different players or across different levels, just trying to give them, motivation, aspirations, and just kind of just some knowledge behind how to do it. Because it's a way to do it, It's not just go out there and just do anything, but it's a way you have to go about it. And not just performing on the court, but it's a mental thing. It's a summer thing too, because your summers you got to be working out, training, and you got to be locked in. Like I told somebody this the other day, it took me, I think, 5 years to get where I ultimately wanted to get to in my career. So I always tell players, like, are you willing to sacrifice 5 years of your life to get where you want to get to? Wherever you want to get to. Are you, whether it's basketball, whether it's a reporter, whether it's a pizza man, whatever the case is, like, are you willing to sacrifice 5 years of your life, just grind to get to your ultimate goal? So I always try to tell players that.